Ukraine releases footage of Long Neptune missiles striking deep into Russia.
Party chief highlights key tasks to ensure successful 2026 elections.
Connecting heritage, spreading the quintessence of Nghe An-Hue culture.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news by Nghệ An Press and Broadcasting Agency. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first headline of the show. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Friday released a footage showing the launch of Ukraine's long-range missile, Long Neptune, hitting targets inside Russian territory at night. This is the first time Kiev has publicly shown the weapons in action.
According to Mr. Zelensky, this is a completely legitimate response to the continuous attacks from Russia. He said that Ukrainian missiles are delivering increasingly significant and precise results virtually every month. The president thanked everyone who works for the Ukrainian missile program and provides Ukraine with this precision and long-range capability. Kyiv recently unveiled the updated version of its domestically produced Neptune anti-ship missile, the same system used to sink the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, the Moskva, in April 2022.
Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order allowing a range of food products, including coffee, bananas, and beef, to escape his sweeping tariffs. The move comes as his administration faces mounting pressure over rising prices.
The new order, issued on November 14th, follows previously announced framework trade agreements that will eliminate tariffs on certain food and other goods imported from Argentina, Ecuador, Guatemala, and El Salvador. Once those agreements are finalized, and U.S. officials are aiming to sign additional agreements before the end of the year. According to the order, any refunds due will be processed according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection rules and procedures. The order is part of a broader effort by President Trump and senior officials to address growing concerns among Americans about persistently high food prices.
Vietnamese Party General Secretary To Lâm on November 15th just highlighted key tasks to ensure the success of the elections of deputies to the 16th National Assembly and People's Councils at all levels for 2026-2031 time when addressing a nationwide conference to disseminate the Politburo's directive on election preparations.
In his address, General Secretary Lam stressed that the upcoming elections constitute a major political event to be held immediately after the 14th National Party Congress. The party chief identified 5 core tasks that must be fully disseminated to ensure the success of the elections, with personnel work at the center. Candidate nomination must be conducted publicly and transparently, with broad consultation at grassroots level, ensuring that the elected bodies for the next term truly consist of excellent, honest representatives who put the interests of the nation, people first and foremost.
Upcoming are some updated news.
Taking place in parallel with the technical negotiation round on the fair and balanced reciprocal trade agreement between Vietnam and the United States, the Vietnamese negotiating delegation had bilateral meetings with the U.S. congressional leadership and the U.S. Semiconductor Industry Association in Washington, D.C. These meetings not only strengthened the trade dialogue, but also expanded the foundation for cooperation in key areas: agriculture, energy, semiconductors, high technology, creating an important driving force to help the two countries move closer to the goal of completing the reciprocal trade agreement as soon as possible. It can be seen that the semiconductor sector has become a pillar in the Vietnam-U.S. trade negotiations because it will create a sustainable trade balance, strengthen Vietnam's position in the global value chain, and directly connect with the core requirements of the reciprocal trade agreement.
The Zhangjiang Lang Son Border Gate Economic Zone Management Board stated that since the beginning of the year, the total import-export turnover across all types of goods through Lang Son's border gates has reached over 81 billion USD, an increase of 43% compared to the same period in 2024. The key exported goods through Lang Son mainly include fresh fruits, agricultural products, garments, textiles, fine art wood products, etc. The main imported goods are agricultural products, electronic components, completely built-up automobiles, consumer goods, industrial machinery. It is forecasted that the volume of trucks carrying import-export goods through Lang Son province will increase by about 10%, 15% in the last months of 2025, and early 2026 compared to the previous months.
This morning, Eurowindow Holding Joint Stock Company officially broke ground for the Eurowindow Central Avenue Luxury Urban Area project. Located in the central, most valuable location of Vinh Phu and Vinh Loc Ward, the Eurowindow Central Avenue Luxury Urban Area offers a limited number of shop houses and villas, designed in a neoclassical style and meticulously planned. The urban area meets the criteria for green buildings, featuring green landscapes and utilizing eco-friendly construction materials. Eurowindow Central Avenue also possesses a system of high-end internal amenities, such as an outdoor swimming pool, sports courts, children's playgrounds, a kindergarten, a cultural house, and parking lots. Thanks to its meticulous investment and long-term vision, Eurowindow Central Avenue is expected to become the new living symbol for the elite in Nghệ An.
The exhibition connecting Nghe An-Hue heritage taking place at Nghệ An Soviet Nghệ Tĩnh Museum not only honors the cultural values of the two lands, but also spreads the message connecting heritage, spreading the quintessence, lasting through times. More in the story today.
In the colorful cultural space of the exhibition connecting the Nghe An-Hue heritage, the paper flower making experience area of artisans from Thanh Tien Paper Flower Village, Thua Thien Hu province becomes a highlight. Under the skillful hands and dedication of the artisans, the soft, delicate, colorful paper flowers appear vividly. Each flower not only has beauty but also contains the story of a traditional craft village that has existed for a long time in Hue.
Coming here, I have both experienced making flowers and learned about Hue's traditional craft villages, and I find making paper flowers very interesting.
The paper flower craft village has been around for about 300 years. We want everyone to know more about this craft village.
When visiting the exhibition, the public can also immerse themselves in and experience the extremely unique heritage of the Nghe An-Hue regions. From the profound Hue songs, the colorful Sin village folk paintings, sophisticated Deng Aloi, weaving to the profound melodies of Nghe Tin Vi Giam folk songs, Hotian brocade weaving in the western region of Nghệ An. In addition, visitors can also learn about the landscape, people, architecture, festivals, and traditional craft villages of two lands, rich in history and cultural identity through paintings and art photos.
Coming here, you can truly relive the heritage space of Nghệ An and Hue.
We bring here the most typical features of Hue to introduce to the public in Nghệ An.
Open from now until the end of November, the exhibition connecting Nghe An-Hue heritage lands will contribute to promoting and developing the value of national cultural heritage, continuing to connect the community to thereby raise awareness of preserving and fostering the good values of national heritage.
Now it's the end of the show today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.